Listen up, get ready, I'm not gonna take no more. There's a revolution, a revelation going on in my soul. Buckle up, get ready, we're not gonna sit.
Okay, we're back. We're back with more live from the Heartland for the week of May 13th. I'm Michael James, and I'm really honored to have a couple of old friends performed at the Heartland Cafe, and were guests on this show more than one time over many years. The one and onlys, Amy Lowe and Dave Katzman. Good morning,
Hi, everybody.
Good afternoon, whatever time it is to you two. How are you?
Really good.
Excellent.
Yes.
Well, thanks for coming on. You know, I've been talking a lot and thinking about it, bringing people who have been on the show before, who did music for us, and to check in on how they've been doing since COVID, what's been up. So you're in that group. So how are you doing and what's been going on?
Well, we're doing really well. Surprisingly, I was able to shift to all online. I'm a teaching artist, so the organization Ravinia actually brought us all to all online, which was amazing. I wasn't sure if it was going to work, but it worked out really well. And now we're back performing again. So we made it through, which was really wonderful.
Did you two always perform together, or do you have solo careers?
We both have solo careers, but we met. And once we met, we started to perform together.
And we've kind of merged our solo careers. I back Amy, and Amy actually has joined my blues big band, Chicago Blues Super Session, and it's nice to live with your fellow musician and create with her. It's wonderful.
Oh, so you are a couple.
We've been together 24 years tomorrow.
That's a feat. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, without further ado, as I've heard people say in the past, why don't you do us a tune and then we'll do a little bit more talking.
Sounds great.
Sure. This is an original tune. It's called Dancing Shoes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dust off your dancing shoes. Meet me down on the avenue. Let's rendezvous about 2:30 on the corner. I'll be waiting for you. We'll go riding in your Chevrolet. Paint the town like modern Monet. Live it up and catch a matinee. Top it off at the cabaret. Oh, baby, you're so sweet. You swept me off my feet. And troubles have taken the back seat, 'cause loving you is easy. After the show, Romeo, let's go. Dancing duo in the moon glow. Hand in hand under the Milky Way. We'll sit and chat at a sidewalk cafe. Then we can hop back into your Chevrolet. A perfect end to a perfect day, 'cause you're so sweet. You swept me off my feet. And troubles have taken the back seat, 'cause loving you is easy. Take it away, Dave. Sweet, you swept me off my feet, and troubles have taken the back seat, 'cause loving you is easy, yeah. Loving you is easy, oh, loving you, yeah.
like that. I like hopping in the Chevrolet, going to see a modern Monet.
There you go.
Thank you.
Well, tell me a little bit about each of your own biography. Give me a little biography on you, Dave, and on you, Amy, where you came from, grew up, how you got into music, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I'm a son of Chicago, and I heard my first live music on Maxwell Street when I was about 4 years old. My great uncle used to sell socks on Maxwell. And well, my dad and my uncles were all speaking Yiddish. I'd wander off and hear Hound Dog Taylor and Big John Rencher and, all Nighthawk and all those guys. And I just thought that was what live music was. It was blues. And then I got a little older and heard a little rock and roll and heard folk music and traditional music and things like that. And expanded quite a bit. And I just, my parents put a guitar in my hands when I was 9, and it hasn't stopped since. They just, I guess I used to ask my mom to sing me to sleep instead of tell me stories. So I've been musical all my life, and I toured for 17 years as a technician and a sound man and a road manager for many, many artists, from Bob Marley to Gladys Knight to Mel Tillis. Worked with a lot of local bands. Was at the beginning of reggae here in Chicago. First time the Itals were at the Quiet Night, and then the first time Bob Marley was there back then. And I had a chance to work with Marley and Tosh and quite a lot of the guys, Freddie McGregory and Dennis Brown and all the guys. Got out of that. I've always been involved in the blues, but I was part of the Chicago Fest amazing thing every year. I was production manager on that. I've been in Chicago all my life doing music, all kinds. So that's basically it.
Wow, that's some good stuff. How about you, Amy?
Well, I think the first time I saw Dave Katzman was at the Chicago Fest when I was performing, but I've been singing since I was a little girl and making up songs, and that's how I made it through. And I picked up the guitar when I was around 12 years old and decided to pursue this after college. And so I've been writing songs and performing most of my life, actually. And when I met Dave, he brought me into the blues. So I've continued. I've written all kinds of shows as well. I do touring programs. I wrote a show about the Great Chicago Fire of 1871 that won all kinds of awards. Surprised me. And we perform at the Chicago History Museum. We perform in theaters, and we also go to schools and libraries. And I also do a show like that on immigration, and a show like that about the building of the Transcontinental Railroad. And then another show I wrote called Estebanico, who was the first non-Native American pre-Coronado to enter the Southwest. And I've been writing songs for a long, long time. And
you gave me a lot of things I got to check out. Where did you grow up? Here in Chicago?
I grew up outside of Chicago in the south suburbs, Homewood, Flossmoor, and traveled and lived in all kinds of different places, and then came back to Chicago to pursue my music career. Never thought I'd do that, but I have. And I'm happy to still be working.
How would people find out more of the things that you've done? How would they get to, you got a website?
I do have a website. It's www.amylowe.org. And also I'm with the Chicago Blues Super Session. So that's a big deal. So
let me tell you a little bit, if I could, about the Super Session. It's a old school blues review we do in the style of like what T-Bone Walker and B.B. King and Bobby Blue Bland used to do. They'd tour together, use the same rhythm section, and rotate the front person. So have a really full show. And the Super Session is Billy Flynn, who is a Grammy Award-winning guitar player, has backed everybody. He was in the Fabulous Thunderbirds, things like that. Bob Strozier, who is our senior elder, he was Otis Rush's and Freddie King's bass player back in the day in the 60s. Then we have Kenny Smith, who is Willie Big Eye Smith's son. Willie was Muddy's drummer, so Kenny was raised at Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters' feet. We have who else is in the band? Amy's in the band. Melvin
John
Smith.
Kaki.
John Kaki played with Otis Rush and Buddy Guy and everybody. And Melvin Smith was with Coco Taylor. And
Harmonica players.
yeah, we have Omar Coleman, who's a great Delmark artist. We have Oscar Wilson, who's a singer on Alligator. It's just a big blues review, but we have a very special night coming up during Blues Fest at Reggie's. We're being joined by Barry Goldberg. Now,
Oh, nice.
yeah, Barry, for people who don't know who Barry was, he was the keyboard player for the Paul Butterfield Band, and he also started Electric Flag with Michael Bloomfield, and he is just excited to be
Back
playing
when
with
I
us.
knew about musicians.
There you go.
Now I
Well,
have
you
no
should come
idea.
down. June 9th at Reggie's. After the fest is over, we're doing kind of the late party. So it's going to be
Well,
a
you've
great
got a
night.
couple other events coming up that we're going to talk about briefly. But first, do another song, and then we'll give people not only how to get a hold of you, what your
Great.
dates are, that kind of thing.
So I think we're going to do a Louis Jordan song. And this song was actually written way before we had cell phones. When you liked somebody, you gave them your telephone number, and then you had to sit by the wall where the telephone was attached to and wait for the call. It's called Buzz Me. When I saw you this morning, baby, tell me, why did you walk away? When I saw you this morning, baby, tell me, why did you walk away? I thought our love was here forever. I thought that our love was here to stay. Buzz me, buzz me, buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. Buzz me, buzz me, buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. But if you forgot the number, come on over. You don't have to call it all. Now, I never lied to no one, ain't gonna lie to you. I say I'm yours forever. Every word I say is true. Come on and buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. But if you forgot the number, come on over. You don't have to call it all. Take it away, Dave. Now I never lied to no one, ain't gonna lie to you. I say I'm yours forever. Every word I say is true. Come on and buzz me, baby. I'll be waiting for your call. But if you forgot the number, come on over. You don't have to call it all. Buzz me, buzz me, buzz me, baby. I'm like a ship lost out to sea. Buzz me, buzz me, buzz me, baby. You mean so awfully much to me. And when I get my arms around you, ain't gonna let go till 2050, till 2060, till 2093.
Whoa. Well, that's a good one. Well, I tell you, I wanted to sing. I thought I'd mess it up, though. But that one gets you going. Well, you two have a lot coming up. We've talked a little bit about the Chicago Blues Fest. You got something on Mother's Day, which will be tomorrow from when the show is aired and streamed on WLUW. Those people later on in the week won't know about it, but because we're on CAN TV and we're rebroadcast later in the week. How about telling us about your Mother's Day event and some of the things going on in Edgewater in your neighborhood? Because it's right next to where we are. You got a new woman, and we always like to know what's happening over in Edgewater.
Well, we love supporting our neighborhood, and that's exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to hand it over to Dave to tell us about the Edgewater Mexican Cafe.
Well, yeah, our neighborhood took quite a beating during COVID, and quite a few really good restaurants and businesses closed. But one that stayed was the Edgewater Mexican Cafe. And the folks that own it are Ruben and Brian, and managed by a guy named Roberto. They're just the nicest people, and they have a wonderful staff, a really good staff, and the food is, I've eaten Mexican food all over the world, including Mexico, and quite a lot in Mexico. And it's just really high grade quality, real food. And yeah, their tamales are to die for. But
I haven't had my breakfast yet.
well, you got to come over here. Anyways, they stayed, and they're friends of ours, and we've been eating there for years. And Ruben and I were just talking, and I said, well, how about we bring some music in to bring some people in? And he really liked the idea. And we've been doing 2 gigs a month over there. And it is very handy for us. It's literally around the corner. It's a block and a half away, and there's no gigs that are, we leave like 5 minutes before we have to be there.
We love it.
We do. But we also just love the people there, and the audience has been great. The whole neighborhood is really coming out to support it. But it turns out that some of the empty restaurants are going to be opening up again with different restaurants. But there's kind of a new energy in the neighborhood, and we hope we can add to it and really build.
And so we're there twice a month, and we're going to be there on Mother's Day. And what's special about Mother's Day is we're going to be there from 5:30 to 8 p.m. So it's really a nice time. And mom's meals are half price. So there's no cover, plenty of parking in the neighborhood. So
Parking
please,
behind the restaurant.
right.
Actually.
So please come on down. We're going to be performing. We do 2 sets, sometimes a little longer. You know, it's kind of loose, and we love it. And we're there twice a month, but Mother's Day is going to be special because, of course, moms
So
get to
you're
eat
going to
half
be there
price.
at 14th.
So we're going to be there on the 14th and the 26th. The address is 1055 West Bryn Mawr, Edgewater Mexican Cafe. I'll repeat that, 1055 West Bryn Mawr, and we're there from 5:30 to 8 this Sunday.
And we've been practicing some mother songs.
Oh yes, we have some new mother songs. We have a little bit of country.
Well, how about we do this? We're about running out of time.
Okay.
And we know that you're going to be at the cafe on Sunday, and then in 2 weeks hence you'll do it again. You're going to be at the Blues Fest, and given all that, how about doing a little riff as we go out?
Sure. What do you want to
Thank
do?
you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having us, Michael.
Come over there and eat one of these Sundays.
Well, come on Mother's Day.
I'll try. Mother's Day is got a pressure on Mother's Day, but
That's okay. Come another time.
Well, why don't we do Key to the Heart?
Okay.
I got a key to the highway. Baby, I gotta go. I'm gonna leave here running, 'cause walking is just too slow. I'm going back to the border, baby, where I'm better known, because you haven't done nothing but draw a good woman from her home.